Dak Prescott warmed up for the Cowboys last night pregame and said, yep, he was healthy enough to play. Mike McCarthy, however, went with the backup, Cooper Rush, once again. Cooper threw for 181 yards, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. Shannon, would Skip's Cowboys have won last night if Dak had been back at quarterback?
Say that again with me, Jen. How many interceptions did Cooper Rush throw? One, two, three. 3 interceptions, Skip. Now own it. No, they would not have won last night. But guess what? They wouldn't have lost any other games that Cooper Rush won either. What is Skip Bayless? It hurt.
Is it my turn?
No, it's not. Why you want to? First of all, I don't even know why you want to talk today. Your Cowboys got obliterated. You should not be obliterated. You should not be allowed to say.
I got to get a new TV.
Yeah, you for what? You got beat. Wasn't even close.
Wasn't even close.
Close.
It should have been 26-20. Maher missed a field goal at the end of year.
Yeah, 60-yard.
No, it wasn't. It was 54.
It's 59, man.
59. Okay, I'll give you that. But it was there. It was just wide right.
Skip, you ought to be a shit.
Okay, we could have had an onside kick. I'm not saying we would have won then, but we would have won earlier.
Oh, Cooper Rush, he getting his best Prescottian on. You see what he did? Fall behind 29, throw for a little cheap yard.
Cheap yards?
He couldn't even get cheap yards. At least that would throw for 350, 400. This man couldn't even break 200 yards.
Dak's cheap yards always garbage yards in the fourth quarter?
Garbage.
What he did was in the third quarter.
Garbage. Why you fall behind? Look.
Would Dak have won the game?
I do not. No, I don't believe. Because I believe the way Philly was playing. I just thought Philly was the better overall team with the way they ran the ball. Now Dallas ran the ball exceptionally well, especially in the third quarter to get themselves back in the ball game. They went back to their bread and butter and says, "Hold on, let's just stop throwing the ball, them teeing off on us." And the Eagles started trying to tackle the football instead of tackling the man. And Dak and Pony Pollard started getting a bunch of yards. No, I just thought the Eagles last night they played really well. They've been playing all year. They're playing with a certain confidence that they know that, man, we got a good team. We need A.J. Brown has changed life for that offense because they got a guy, a sure enough number one that I can get the ball to, and he's going to make it happen. He's either going to run through somebody, Skip, or he's going to run by somebody. That's what he has. And Devontae's just going to make the plays. When the opportunity presents itself, he's going to make his plays. They got 2 tight ends. But, Skip, I thought the complexion of the game changed when Lane Johnson went out. You see when they put that backup tackle in? They say, man, damn, this dropping up Michael Parsons in coverage. Let's put his butt on the end of the line of scrimmage and let him pressure the quarterback. And they started dialing up the pressure. They did a great job of that. But, no, I do not believe they would have won this game had Dak played last night. But I don't believe they would have lost any of the games that they won with Cooper Rush had Dak played either.
If Dak Prescott had started that game last night and got thrown into the same bonfire that Cooper Rush got thrown into, it would have been a disaster. It would have been a debacle of a nightmare for Dak Prescott off for 5 weeks, getting thrown back into that. Are you kidding me? It would have been a wipeout of a blowout. We would have had no chance because Dak would have unraveled under that kind of fire. That is the best defense I have seen in pro football. That is the best football team, top to bottom, I have seen in pro football.
You like them better than Buffalo?
I just do. I like them top to bottom. Overall, wire to wire, better than Buffalo because their offense is a big green machine of a juggernaut. It is hard to stop because Jalen Hurts is operating it at the highest level. And he's such a slick ball handler that Dallas just couldn't deal with him, and they just started attacking Micah, and they toyed with him.
Well,
they just ran play after option play. Where what are you going to do?
We got to get him in space, Skip. We got to make him think.
You going to come and get me or not? You going to come? Exactly. If you want to come get me, come and get me. Yep. Come flying at me with all your speed and power, and I'll just flip it right to AJ, and he'll take off for 15 yards. And they just kept doing it and tricking him and tricking him and tricking him, and it was hard to watch. They're well coached. Jalen Hurts, I've told you from the start, he is a dynamic leader who has taught himself to throw the football much better than he used to be able to throw it back to his days when he got demoted for Tua at Alabama. He is the leader in the weight room, in the locker room, in the sideline, in the huddle, and in play making. He just makes plays.
He does.
And that drive of theirs that stemmed the tide and re-seized the momentum, it was 75 yards in 13 plays. it was a thing of beauty because they convert 3 straight third downs running the football right down our throats. So my point is that Cooper Rush got off to predictably a wild, crazy start in which for a while he unraveled, but he got himself back together. They got themselves back together in ways I don't believe they could have with Dak Prescott. Now, that brings me to Dak, and I'm virtually sure, as are you, that he will start against the Lions on Sunday at Jerry World.
I do believe that. But I don't believe he would have started had Cooper Rush won that game last night.
That is a fact. But now you get Detroit and Chicago at home, which is the perfect re-entry point for Dak Prescott because you should win both these games. You just should.
I'm taking off. If they lose on Sunday, I'm taking off.
Okay.
Because you're going to lose your mind.
Okay, I will lose my mind because now, over 5 weeks' time, I've never seen anything like this phenomenon, but Dak got way better than I think he is over the 5 weeks. He turned into some combination of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes with a little Brady tossed into the middle of it, and somehow he's way better than I can remember because the last time I remember Dak playing was against Tampa Bay, opening night, Jerry World, Sunday night football, just like last night. And he went 14 of 29, that's below 50%, for a grand total of 132 yards. And he had a QBR of 19 on a scale of 0 to 100. That's pathetic.
Well, what you call him, QBR wasn't much better.
32, right? 32. He about doubled it. Okay, but the point was Dak was pathetic on opening night, and he scored a grand total of what? 3 points. Remember that? How can I forget that? Okay, let's fast backwards to what happened at the end of last year in the playoff game. Well, wait a second. He threw a pick. They came out completely cold and flat. They got blown out, and he had a QBR of, 23? Was it, let me see here, 19. It was 32. Okay, so that was exactly what Cooper Rush had last night. That scale is 0 to 100, and they lost. Right. So then I flash backwards to Denver at home last year, and then at Kansas City, 3 field goals, and Las Vegas Raiders on Thanksgiving, disaster, and Arizona at home. What happened, Dak? Okay, it was down the stretch, game after game after game. He's now 6-6 in his last 12, but don't forget this. He's 18-18 in his last 36 starts.
Skip, I believe the 49ers front seven are better than the Eagles front seven, especially the ones that showed up in the playoffs last year. Now, the back end, because Slay is a difference maker. Slay is better than anybody that the Niners can try.
Bradbury's flashback to his Pro Bowl level.
Yeah, but Bradbury is better against number 2 receivers, but he still has problems getting his footing.
Every time I looked up, he made a play.
Slay's legit. Slay is just so smooth. I mean, he knows what he doesn't know. He's like, this is where my help is. So I go on in there. I'm gonna let the safety tear your head off, but you're not gonna get here.
Nope.
And then he's gonna undercut a route. Oh, you better not be late. He gonna jump it, and
he did.
He got good hands.
Yep.
He gonna pick it. But Skip, look, my question to you: do you? And this is where you and I part ways, because I believe you think that had Dak played any of these 4 games that they won without him, you think they would have lost one of these games. You think they would have lost to Cincinnati, or they would have lost to the Giants, or they would have lost to the Commanders, or they would have lost to one of these other teams. I don't believe that.
I do, because everybody wrote off Dallas as dead after they lost the game to Brady and Dak for whatever weeks it was going to be.
Right.
And remember, I'd first seen Cooper Rush at Minnesota when all he did was, with 51 seconds left, he threw a touchdown pass to Amari Cooper that won the game 20-16. It was clutch. And then against Cincinnati, nobody gave him a chance. They were 8.5-point dogs at home. And what did he do in the final minute of the game? He completed 3 straight passes to set up a walk-off field goal. Nobody really gave him a chance going up to the Giants, although nobody knew what the Giants were, and now they're 5-1. Does that win for Cooper Rush look a little better now?
It does. But Skip, here's the thing, though. If you look at the games, he's played 6, he started 5 games.
Now 6.
6 games.
Yeah.
And all the games that he won, the defense never gave up more than 17 points.
Okay.
But the one time they give up more than 17, what'd he do?
Okay, but he responded at the Giants. They fell behind. The sky had fallen on them because Saquon, remember, he busted loose for a 36-yard touchdown? It was 13-6. And Cooper Rush comes right back with 2 long drives, a 75-yarder and an 83-yarder, in which he completed 12 of 13 passes for 129 yards.
And guess what?
It's hard to do up there. What happened to Lamar yesterday?
And guess what happened?
It's hard to do.
He put together 2 drives last night, and he was still behind. So now,
but they fell behind 20-0.
Yeah, he was a quarterback while they was falling behind too. Okay. It wasn't Dak. So you want people to believe that Dak was the quarterback, and Cooper Rush came in to mop up.
Okay, look, this is the point. It was miraculous what Cooper Rush did in those first 4 starts. He saved the season. Even you would have to allow he saved the season.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah. He was terrible.
He was terrible?
And I told you before, winning masked a lot of problems.
Well, he won.
Because the guy threw no touchdowns that had 100 yards, and you had pom-poms on like, yeah, with a big old sign saying loud.
There's no problems to mask.
Yes.
He was winning the game. He was doing everything he had to do to win the game.
Your quarterback is average. That's what it was masking. Your defense was playing lights-out football.
Wait a second. What have you called Dak Prescott? No better than average. Middle of the pack, Dak.
Okay. Average is right here. Here's Dak right there. Cooper Rush over here.
Okay, so do I trust Dak going forward? I need to see it. I expect the bar to be raised for Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
I expect him now to live up to $100 million guaranteed dollars. He has not lived up to. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
6-6 in your last 12 starts. Cooper Rush is 4-1 this year.
Dak is not Josh Allen. He's not Mahomes. He's not one of those guys. So
So we're going to take it up a level now?
You can take it, but I'm saying you're asking him to be something that he's not.
I'm just asking him to beat the Lions and the Bears.
Well, first of all, you should be able to beat the Lions and the Bears with defense.
Okay, Cooper Rush would beat the Lions and the Bears, so he better.
I feel sorry for Justin Fields with the Bears because if they can't block anybody.
Okay, and then we're going to find out some more about Dak because after a bye week, then Dak gets to go up and play Aaron Rodgers. They're really struggling.
Yeah, they're struggling.
Right? Okay, and then he has to go play Kirk Cousins at Minnesota, where guess who won last year? Oh, wait. Cooper Rush won at Minnesota on Sunday Night Football.
And Justin Jefferson balling out of his mind.
Okay, well, here we go. So I need Dak to take it up a whole nother level. And if he does, I'm happy. Love it. Then you got me. And I'll be happy. Happy camper. Yep. Fly, Eagles, fly. Cry, Cowboys, cry.
I don't know if you looked at their schedule.
Dak is back.
Have you looked at the Eagles' schedule?
I told you, but going into the year is the easiest. Who told you the whole offseason the Eagles are better than the Cowboys? Who told you that 1,000 times? And who laughed at me from across the table? No, Dallas is going to run away with that division, said the Hall of Famer. And apparently he's given up on that opinion.
No, let me see. Yeah. What kind of Eagles jersey? Hey, Slay, I need a jersey.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, I need a jersey.
Do you?
Yep.
Slade CD last night.